got nothing sensitive on the screen that they could potentially read through your glasses.
I just have you staring at me.
Actually, well, I mean, that's pretty valuable.
Staring at me. Well, let's see if notifications went out this time.
Yeah, we got to actually go live, though.
Oh, I started. It's broadcasting.
Oh, I see the live button now. You know, normally I tell you when I'm going to hit it. I mean...
Oh, I hit it.
Professional courtesy and all that.
Yeah, I hit it. We got one watching now.
Nice. That one might be me, though.
Well, it might be me also. Now
yeah, well, now we got 2 watching.
So that's probably me and then you.
It's on here as unlisted.
Oh, well, how in the
Oh, no. I haven't refreshed. Let me refresh and it'll show it. You sent me the link when it was unlisted, probably is what's going on with it. Hold on, I'm refreshing. Yeah, no, we're definitely live.
Well, it still says unlisted.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe the people don't deserve the chat, you know? Folks, if you're tuning in, I know this is Knox's channel, but this broadcast, this live stream is brought to you by MeUndies. Use the coupon code down in the description for 20% off the best underwear ever, MeUndies. You, your husband, your wife, your husband and your wife, your life partner, do something special for Valentine's Day with MeUndies.
Exactly.
Now it says 3 watching. Now it says 2 watching. Maybe Foot Punisher's in here.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. So you're telling me you set it as... You didn't set it as unlisted?
No.
We'll go back in. Can you go back into Creator Studio and move it over to public? Or move it to public?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. All right.
I can't sing. Well, it's not showing up on videos. It's gonna have to be in live streaming, huh?
Yeah. You know, it's probably the same scenario where Foot Pusher's in here. He's just not saying anything. Hey, if anybody's in the chat, let us know you can see this. Get into the chat, I should say.
Yes, it does say unlisted.
Yeah, you got to move it to public, my man.
So now we're actually be public.
All right, let's see if I get a notification.
Now it should be public.
Oh yeah, it's got me as the screenshot.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, and I'm holding my hand to my head like this. This is an unintentional one of those I can't believe what just happened type of thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lost a watcher. Classic. We went live and we lost one person.
Yeah, it was probably me. Oh, I can't even do this.
I'm going to refresh.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Now it says 3.
Sweet. Well, I just refreshed, so it's probably giving us extra credit for that.
Yeah, now it says 2.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's you and me. This is going real well so far. This is what we get for not live streaming for like 7 months. I'm telling you.
Is it 7 months?
I don't know what it has been. Oh, now we got 4. Now we're going.
It's been a while.
Oh, Pen33. It was Pen33 who said a year ago, I don't think I can afford to keep saving this much money, over in the comments of one of my videos. Oh, that cracks me up to this day. Pen33. Classic. Why so late? Well, I don't know. I was working late and I just recently got home. So that's probably the main reason.
Well, and it did take a little while to figure some crap out.
Right. The live streaming has changed. Knox and I tried to go live like 3 times a week and a half ago on my channel, and there was some stuff that had changed. Plus, we heard from other people that night they were having issues with people getting notifications, like other people's channels were having the same issue.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're here now. What's up? What's up, Pedden?
I think it was Tool Boss who was talking about. He was having troubles going live. Notifications weren't going out.
Yeah. All I know is we tried it a couple times and we got confirmation later on from like one person that it had been on, but they hadn't seen it in time to actually jump into the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we got 6. You guys, if you're in the chat, check in. Say hello.
Howdy, fellers.
To be on topic, SK warranty is good. Why don't you lead off? Why don't you kind of give them the,
Well, the little 411 on this is I got an email from a fellow viewer here on YouTube. He has some older wrenches, and he's kind of in You're there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can't tell if the stream stalled out or not, but I think we're back anyway. Yeah, there we go.
I think the stream stalled. So yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
He bought the wrench.
Yeah.
He's going to use them. He thinks that the warranty goes with the original purchaser. So he's kind of in a, I wouldn't call it a tizzy necessarily, but he's kind of in wonderment about whether or not he should actually send these tools in for warranty. And I was getting ready to reply to him and say, hey, do it. But I figured we'd go ahead and have a live stream and figure out what the rest of the guys tend to think. Because I know they're in both camps. There's guys in both camps who say, look, it's got to be original purchaser or nothing. You know, if you read the Snap-on warranty, that's exactly what it says.
I'll say it again. I think the answer to that's really pretty cut and dry. It's whatever the company's warranty policy is, whether it's spelled out. If it's specifically spelled out to the original purchaser, that's what it means. If it's stated just generally or not stated at all that's the case, then the warranty goes with the tool. I think the real interesting question is the one that you asked me when you called me about it. And I think you should ask people that. Hey, Maria.
The Maria.
So why don't you, huh?
What was the question I asked you? Would you?
Okay. The question you asked me, you posed a specific scenario. You said, what if you had an SK Wayne wrench from the 1960s, because that's the basic era of SK Wayne, right?
Yep.
What if the wrench was flat out broken, or maybe if it wasn't flat out broken, what if it was flat out broken, I'd probably have to warranty it, right? But what if it just had some flaw in it, the chrome was chipped or something like that? Would I send it back in for a warranty, or would I keep it? And my answer to that was, I have a couple of SK Wayne wrenches that are that old, and I wouldn't warranty them because I bought them not to use all the time. I bought them just because I thought they were cool. And I like a used tool like that because that's like some intrinsic value that's with it when it's that old. The fact that it's been used, like we talked about before, you talked about before, a tool having history. You remember that call and response video you and Junkie did over a year ago?
Yeah.
That's why I would buy that. So if the chrome was chipped or whatever, I wouldn't care at all. The only way I would care is if it was something newer, it didn't have any collectible value, and then maybe in that case I would warranty it out for a new tool.
Right.
But that's just me.
So an old ratchet like this. Now this one's nothing special. It's just an SK.
Now listen, you need to quit being so critical of yourself, all right? You're not an old ratchet.
It's probably
the tool. Okay.
It's probably from either the 50s or after SK's been bought out by I think it was Dresser. So 70s, maybe 70s, 80s, before they got bought out by Facom after SK Wayne.
Okay.
This ratchet right here.
That's the 3/4?
No. You would think it's the 3/4.
Yeah.
But it's the 1/2 inch.
Okay.
I use this thing. Now, if it were to break, I would warranty this thing, even though I was not the original purchaser, because I was not around in the 60s or most of the 70s, matter of fact. I was barely around in the 80s, but I would warranty this ratchet out. I use it. Now, if it was a collector's ratchet for some reason, I don't think I would. I think I might put a polish job on it and call it good.
Maybe ship it out in a paper envelope and then have it get lost in the mail stream.
Exactly. That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah.
It would take about 5 hours of my day.
Yeah.
Scrubbing, polishing,
yeah,
rebuilding, and then send it in a damn document envelope through the United States Postal Service.
Right. And then it would get to me and it would be an empty envelope.
Right.
Yeah.
Had to get the hole in the envelope and nothing inside.
Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're saying, what if do they offer a rebuild kit for that?
Yeah, they do.
Well, what if they said, well, we want to send you a rebuild kit? Are you entitled to a brand new tool, or do you have to stick with the rebuild kit?
I would get a rebuild kit just because I'm using it. Now, if I wanted to pretty something up, I'd pretty it up. I'd take a little bit of time.
Ooh.
And do the prettiness.
Yeah.
To it.
Yeah.
And make it gleam again.
Wow.
So
I got a pair of those just like that, except mine are very tarnished.
Yeah. Well, you should take care of your shit.
They're about as black as your heart.
You should not take tools, use them, and then throw them in the damn.
In the tool bag?
Yeah, tool bag, toolbox, whatever you have there at your apartment.
1-bedroom studio.
Yeah, whatever you're doing at MD Lee 52 Studios.
You didn't. You didn't. Oh, Maria, don't worry. It's all in good fun. You didn't tell me. Now, did you shine those up just to show them off to me in a live stream? Or are you maybe considering putting those in a document mailer, not put packing tape around it and ship it out to me?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to do that. I did a video.
Oh, all right.
It's in the computer with all the rest of the videos that I have already shot that need edited.
Oh, I thought you'd already uploaded it, and since I'm not actually subscribed to the channel, you know.
And don't watch the videos. Right?
Yeah. What's up, Yoda Doug?
What's up, Yoda?
Yeah, I guess, like I said, it's just cut and dry. But
there's a lot of guys who think that, you know, if you didn't buy it, you don't have any rights to the warranty.
They think that even if it's not specified that way in the warranty language for the whatever company.
Right. And I think if you actually read a lot of the warranties for the regular companies, it'll tell you, hey, you are the original purchaser if you want to buy them out.
Well, I guess
they're reading it rather literally when they should be reading it rather figuratively. Because the way I think it goes is the warranty's with the tool, not the tool using the tool.
No, but if they say lifetime warranty to the original purchaser, like Capri does that, they say you have to buy it through an authorized
dealer.
Authorized dealer, you know, HomeDepot.com, Amazon, Sears.com, Jet, wherever they're selling it. You can't buy it on the secondhand market and claim the warranty. I think that's reasonable. I don't think there's anything about that unreasonable. It's kind of like the old thing, as long as you tell somebody the rules of the game before the game starts.
Right.
I mean, what more can you ask for? It's when you start changing the rules after the game's already started.
So if you bought an eBay ratchet that was Snap-on and you're using it and it breaks, or maybe the one that you know, who's his name sent you, that Snap-on ratchet, the long one, the pretty one. You use that, and like an idiot, you're trying to pull a frickin' O2 socket out of a Cadillac or something. You snap them teeth off in that ratchet.
Oh, I can't get my arms down in there.
Are you going to go ahead and warranty that ratchet? I mean, it is yours. Doesn't matter who the original purchaser was. You're the one using it. It was given to you as a gift. It is now yours.
Well, this brings up another conversation about, like, what if you didn't buy your own tools and they were given to you? I mean, once they're given to you, they're yours. Like, I bought somebody some Capri tools recently. I sent them out. You know, I had them shipped directly to the person. Now, in that situation, it's a gift. So if he ever needed to warranty it, he could just email me and say, hey, you know, or email them. And if they asked him for proof of purchase, he could talk to me and I'd email him the receipt for him and, you know, handle it that way. Obviously, they're going to be reasonable about it. But once they're given to you, if they're given to you brand new as a gift, they're yours.
Right.
And that goes for Snap-on tools, Capri tools, Peterbilt trucks. I mean, once they're given to you, they're yours.
Yeah. That's the thing.
What if you bought it, but you lost the receipt? Maria says, well, the thing is with Capri stuff, usually you have an emailed copy of the receipt. I don't know if you ran into a scenario like that. Like, I don't get the sense that with Capri
think about Father's Day and Christmas. How many tools get given out from those?
Right.
I mean, you're not necessarily giving a gift receipt every time you get something, or you're getting a gift receipt.
And that was what was brought up to me at one point. Somebody said, well, I like Craftsman because you can just take it in there and exchange it. They don't ask you for any receipt.
Yeah.
I've done that at Harbor Freight. You know, I bought that locking extension set, and the longest one, the one that I needed, didn't work. Like, it wouldn't hold the socket on there, like brand new. And so I took the thing back and said, hey, I need to exchange this. And the guy said at first, he goes, oh, I think you have to exchange the whole set. I thought, well, great. Yeah, that figures, you know, because I didn't bring the set with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy came over and goes, oh, no, you can just swap them out one for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I inherited the tools.
Yeah, that's a lot of guys in the industry. You know, think about think about even Erico. I mean, not all of his tools in his box are probably his. He probably got some of those from his dad.
Sure.
I mean, that's the way a lot of people are. You know, their dad or their uncle or their grandfather or somebody like that got them into a trade, whether it not be automotive, but, you know, carpentry or plumbing or whatever. They get done with those tools, they hand them down to the next generation that's coming up to use them.
Yeah.
Barkeys, they're the same way.
Well, Juan brings this up about Craftsman. He gives a specific example. He found a Craftsman wrench in a junkyard, exchange it for a new one. That's a real lifetime warranty. Brands like Craftsman, that's what they built that brand on.
Yeah.
You know, and over the years they made money. And even though Sears is going out of business, the Craftsman name's still worth a lot because of stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's not what got them out of business. They
no,
started taking
no,
all
it was everything else they did.
And started China in it, and that's what screwed them.
Yeah. Yoda Doug said Astro Pneumatic gives you a year and has a card in the product you got to send in. See, I think a lot of companies, they'll have their stated policy, but then if you talk to them, a lot of the time I've heard stories of people saying, well, you know, they went above and beyond. Erico had that video about whatever it was. Was it like a whizzer wheel that was an Astro and he had to send it back in to get rebuilt? It might have been an air ratchet.
Yeah, I think it was air ratchet.
Right. But, like, you know, they took care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think companies kind of want to have it be in their favor and then allow themselves to under promise and overperform, because they can build customer loyalty with that.
That's good customer service. The state of warranty, and then have somebody come in, give you a story, and then say, okay, well, here you go.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It does part of the customer service. I think Gray Pneumatic does a lot of that. You need to have authorized distributor. You have to buy it from an authorized distributor.
Right.
And that's actually one of the things I like better about Sunex than Astro Pneumatic. Astro Pneumatic has a year warranty. Sunex has a lifetime.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to compare that. And again, I go back to the point where as long as they tell you the policy ahead of time, you can make your decision then. If you think one is obviously superior to the other, it's when they don't, if it's when they make a promise and then don't follow through on their promise, that's where they're really treading on thin ice. I said to Knox earlier when we were talking about this, Sparky Channel has a video on this from Channel Lock. He had like some, you know, those 4/0 rated cable cutters, and he called Channel Lock because he had a couple nicks in the jaws on those, the cutting jaws, and he'd had them for, I don't know, years. And he said he called him to find out how to sharpen them, you know, and Channel Lock told him, oh, if you sharpen them, you void the warranty. They have a lifetime warranty. But if you want to send them in, we could send you replacement, or you could take them to Home Depot and they'll warranty them there. So he took them to Home Depot. Well, he didn't have any Channel Lock ones in stock in that store, so they offered to warranty him out for some Kleins. You know, the same thing except in Klein. And he goes, oh, okay, all right. So that's good customer service from Channel Lock, and it's probably even better customer service from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Because he had some, you know, 20-year-old Channel Locks, and then he left with some brand new Kleins. So, you know, that worked in his favor all the way around.
Right. And some would argue that the Kleins are better than the Channel Locks, and other would argue that the Channel Locks are better than the Kleins.
Sure. I think you're a winner either way, personally.
If you have that for purchase, that's all about money. That's not about the tool.
Yeah, I empathize with where he's at. I had somebody come in, has been leaving me some comments about all the trouble they've had with Gear Wrench. They said they had something they tried to warranty, and you know, Gear Wrench gave them all kinds of grief about it. and finally said, well, if you want to send it in, we'll determine whether or not we're going to send you a replacement.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that from Gear Wrench, and I had two ratcheting wrenches, one X-beam and one reversible ratcheting wrenches that just from the word go weren't right. The reversible one, the selector switch was just sticking really bad and it was jamming.
Yeah.
I went into Napa. They didn't have one there, but they ordered me one in the next day. And then the X-beam, I knew it was new old stock, so I knew they wouldn't have it. So I called Gear Wrench, and they shipped me one right out. Now, it took like, I think, a little over a week to get it, but they didn't give me any grief at all. Never asked me for proof of purchase, didn't ask me for anything. And with Gear Wrench, that's that way at Napa, at Fastenal. I think Advance will do that as well. Like but there again, it's hit and miss what your personal experience has been with warranty. I just, he and I had very different stories.
Yeah. What's up, EJM? I have one of those Gear Wrench stories, but I've never taken it in for warranty because it was a 10 millimeter and the selector switch is real shitty. Likes to go back and forth on you all the time. I just don't ever use it. It pisses me off. I don't ever grab for it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things Doug's talking about with the sending that card in. That's how they get you in their system.
Sure.
I've sent lots of things to Snap-on corporate because I don't necessarily have a very good relationship with my Snap-on man.
Well, and how often are you actually buying stuff from him?
I don't buy shit from him. It's too expensive.
Yeah. That's why he's never making any money off of you, so he doesn't care to deal with you.
Right. And since he can go on and say, well, you have to be the original purchaser of this and that. Whatever. Snap-on corporate doesn't care. I've told him, that the wrench or the ratchet I got from my uncle, I actually got it from my uncle, needed a rebuild kit for it. They sent me a rebuild kit out for it. No big deal. Every time I call them and get something replaced or warranted, they have notes of that shit. Every company is going to do that.
Yep.
So you cannot go out to a flea market, spend $300 on old Williams wrenches and Snap-on stuff and Mac stuff and send it into all these companies in bulk boxes from, flat rate boxes from the post office.
Yeah.
And not think that they're sitting there collecting a tab on you and seeing just what the hell you're doing.
Sure.
You send in 4 9/16 wrenches, they're going to say, well, he's good on 9/16 wrenches for about another 5 or 10 years at least.
I guess the question is, can you blame them for doing that?
No, I mean, that's the kind of world we live in, Big Brother.
Well, I mean, businesses are in business to make money, so I can't blame them for ensuring.
To me, they're not standing behind their tool. At the same time, I don't like those guys that go out and buy open boxed items and then try to sell them on eBay or Craigslist or something as brand new that they bought and used one time.
It's because of people scamming that they have to have rules like that.
It is.
A lot of those companies. Do you want to go into detail about that guy? Maybe not name names, but
Oh, the guy over on the Facebook group that was buying pallets of boxed items and then trying to sell them on the group page. He ended up on his actual Facebook page. I have a screenshot of it where he said, hey, somebody buys you a Milwaukee product this Christmas and you don't like it, make sure you open the box before you return it so that I can go in and buy the open box return items.
Yeah.
I make more money doing it that way. So go in, buy your shit. You don't want it, that's fine. Open the box, send it back in. That way I get to buy shit cheaper and I get to come over here and sell it to you for $10 less than what Home Depot would sell it to you for.
Yeah. You're right. It's just that's scamming. And then he has like you say, he has the audacity to basically try to sell it for full retail price.
Yeah.
And he's just
like $10 off of Home Depot's prices.
Yeah. I had one, not basically on topic, but Harbor Freight will do this. you can get put on a list at Harbor Freight. And I know this because I had several years ago, I bought a belt sander at Harbor Freight. And I want to say I paid like 30 or 35 bucks for it. I had this deck I was refinishing, and you know, I needed another belt sander. I had a couple people I was had helping me, and so we were belt sanding paint off this deck. So I bought this belt sander, and I used this thing. It was a big deck, and it was pretty slow going. So I used it, I think, for 2 full days.
Yeah.
And at the end of those 2 full days, like with Harbor Freight's electric tools, a lot of the time they'll send you an extra set of brushes. Well, I found out why they did this, because it takes 2 full days to go through
one of their sets of brushes.
One set of brushes on a Harbor Freight belt sander. And that thing, like, it was just laboring at the end of that second day. So I took it back. I just told them. They said, well, what's wrong with it? And I said, well, look, it still works, but barely. And I only used it for 2 days. And I didn't abuse the thing. You know, that's something you use a belt sander for. And the other belt sander being used was a pretty cheap Black & Decker belt sander, and it was fine. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they'd basically been used the same. So I said, you know, I don't want to buy this thing. I want to return it. Well, they put me on a list after that, and I noticed because I wasn't getting their coupons anymore. And I think I had one other thing I returned at some point, like a drill or something like that, that I thought I was going to need, and tried to use it, and it was defective, and so I didn't do it. Well, that's like 2 things I returned over the course of a couple months. They had my phone number. That's one of the reasons they ask for your phone number, is because, you know, if they suspect you of scamming them, they're going to give you a hard time.
Yep.
And I mean, I didn't act any different about it. Anytime I needed something from Harbor Freight, I go there and buy it. And, you know, if it's a warranty, it's a warranty. It is what it is. That's not going to stop me from buying stuff. But yeah, Harbor Freight got salty at me for a couple of years after that. They didn't send me any more coupons, and it took me a certain amount of time, you know, several years of not returning anything outside of those 2 returns, for them to give me the goods in my email inbox again. It took a while to get over it.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
That's one of those things. I think we know another guy who's in the same kind of hot water for doing that. Buying shit from him, then returning it to him after you use them. I think he's on that blacklist now, too.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Is that the guy who the manager walked out of the store after he made the return and was hassling him on the way out?
Yeah.
Like basically heckling him for returning what he returned?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same guy. That's the same.
Oh, boy. Well, there again, though, if they spell it out, like, you know, this stream is brought to you by MeUndies. Check the coupon link in the description for 20% off the greatest underwear ever.
You both don't have to have balls. They will send you a matching pair for you and your esposa,
your life partner, etc.
Yeah.
You know, Valentine's Day is coming up. They have matching underwear, folks. Do your worst. But I mean, other companies have this where they say, oh, it's like, you know, this is the best you've ever worn, or it's free, guarantee.
Yeah.
And I think, well, you know, that's a little bit difficult to quantify. But if you try something out and you think, well, I mean, you're the one who stated your warranty like that, so I'm stupid not to take advantage of it at some point.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to be that liberal, so to speak, with it, with their description of it, I mean, can they be really that mad if somebody takes them up on it?
Yeah, you can't be vague in a warranty and then expect people not to come in. And
if it's a satisfaction guarantee, if you're dissatisfied for any reason within 90 days, return it or whatever. Like, you know,
and that's what I don't like about Harbor Freight's warranty: 90 days on everything. It's not
for the return policy. It's either 30 or 90, right?
It's one or the other, 30 or 90.
Yeah, that's the return policy, though. That's not the warranty.
Well, not on their hand tools.
Yeah.
On their power tools, it's only 90.
Well, the good news is if you use it at all, it's only going to take you a couple days to figure it out.
Yeah.
Wow, this thing's a real turd.
In 90 days.
Yeah.
So That's what a lot of people ask me about that Master Force. They say, "Oh, U.S. General is cheaper." Well, yeah, it's cheaper because there's no warranty whatsoever tied to that thing. The Master Force is a lifetime warranty.
Same thing with the Homac box, limited lifetime warranty.
You get new slides. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
same thing with the Homac.
it's worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Braun 90 days. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, the Braun lights, like, I don't know. Somebody.
It's actually one of them things where if you redo the battery in it, the 18650.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty decent lights.
That's what everybody says, but some of the people like rolled into my video I did, said, "Oh, I'm having issues with the switch, this, that, the other thing." I think, you know, it's like Yoda Doug said earlier about the Harbor Freight extensions. Like, I had a number of other extensions from Harbor Freight. This was the first locking extension set that I bought, though, and sure enough, right out the door, one of them just flat out doesn't work. So, you know, that's why Harbor Freight, I think, gets a lot of the traffic that they do on that stuff, because people think, oh, well, if it doesn't work for some reason, I just take it back. Yeah, great. But that says something when it doesn't work brand new.
Later, Ped. What's up? Build it.
See you, Pedden.
That's also a good point there. Maria's talking about, should the fault be on the actual tool company or should it be on the store that sold it to you?
Yeah.
The stores are normally the ones that you deal with on the returns because they just ship stuff back and forth all the time between those companies.
Right. They're getting credit for it on their end.
Yeah, it's not their fault, and it's not something that's negative towards their books. Right. They get credit for it. You know, they send in.
It's an RMA, return merchandise authorization.
Yeah, they send in 6 pair of 420s to Channel Lock. They're getting 6 pair of 420s free from Channel.
Well, they're never going to have to send those back to Channel Lock because those things never break.
No. Oh, what else do they sell at Home Depot? Husky.
But that's their house brand, so obviously they're going to
take care of that.
Take care of that.
Same as Rigid Power Tools, but are there?
Well, they still have some rigid hand tools. I had a plumbing snake. A friend of mine, him and his wife bought a house, and they had some issues, and he borrowed a rigid brand snake from a friend.
Yeah.
Well, the thing broke, and so I had my cheapo Harbor Freight snake there, and I used it. Well, I took that rigid brand snake back to Home Depot because he was worried about it because he borrowed it and he didn't want to, you know, be a butthead to the person he borrowed it from. And I said, well, it's got a lifetime warranty on it. You just take it back and get a new one. He goes, oh, I can't do that. I'll just buy him a new one. I said, give me the thing. I'll take it in there. So I took it in there. The customer service guy's looking it up and down, goes, well, you know, I have a problem with this because it looks like it's been misused. It's really old. And I said, I just tapped on the Rigid logo. Tap, tap, tap. I said, Rigid, lifetime warranty on hand tools. Why are you hassling me? And he goes, oh. And then he realized, oh, okay, I'm in the wrong here. And he said, just, okay, go grab a new one.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Like a lot of the times, those stores aren't even aware of what their own warranty is. I had that with a Cobalt hammer, a wood-handled hammer. Actually, when I got the replacement, they didn't have the exact same thing, but I walked it up there. The lady at customer service says, oh, what's the issue? And I said, the handle broke. Well, I didn't really like the hammer to begin with, but anyway, I bought it and used it a couple days before I figured out, I just don't even like this hammer. Anyway, long story short, she said, well, I mean, I don't think that's warranted. I tap on the Cobalt logo there at Lowe's, say, Cobalt, lifetime, no hassle. Why are you hassling me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, go grab another one. You have to be educated yourself about what the rules are on particular tools.
Yeah.
They don't always know that stuff themselves. So you have to advocate for yourself.
Yeah, Chris, I think you're right. I think the batteries and the power tools are all made by TTI.
Yeah.
All the orange powered stuff. It doesn't matter if it has a cord or not. It's all made by TTI.
Yeah, the rigid hand tools are a different under a different warranty. I just happen to know that that's
It's
why a
kind
lot of plumbers.
it's like the channel lock name. Do It Best licenses channel
Yeah,
lock and make
they're
the wrenches
licensing.
in the sockets. And then that's the same way Home Depot does with Rigid for their
Yeah.
power tools. Is they
The
just
power tool EJM Demon, I think you have 90 days to warranty it or to register it for the lifetime service agreement.
yeah, and if you don't make it in that 90 days, you're screwed.
Well, you still get the 3-year warranty. You just don't get the lifetime service agreement.
Right, and that's one of the reasons to actually buy Rigid tools is because of the lifetime service agreement.
Yeah, that's why I have the stuff I have. I've told people that before, like the 18-volt stuff I have. I've got a drill, an impact driver, a circular saw, a recip, a leaf blower. Like, that's the reason I have that stuff. I'm not saying it's better than Milwaukee or even DeWalt or fill in the blank. I don't think it is, but just for the lifetime service agreement, that's the only time. If I don't want to buy anything else, I'm not going to have to buy anything else.
Yeah,
I'm covered by that LSA.
Which
he says if you don't register before 90 days, the warranty is no good. The lifetime service agreement isn't good. You still get a 3-year warranty. You just don't get the lifetime service agreement.
You don't get the extended.
Yeah. Home Depot when you rent the product, correct? What's she saying? Maria, what are you saying there?
Yeah, you can rent products there at Home Depot. I think Lowe's has the same thing too.
Like a rental center?
Yeah, they have the
contract. Yeah, some of them have rental centers.
Yeah.
I have it on good authority at Lowe's. People would return stuff there, like have it for, I don't know, 89 days or whatever, and that thing would just be beat, and they'd return it. People would get so mad. The employees would get so mad. They say, we're not a rental yard. Well, actually, not all of them are rental yards. Some of them are, though. But, if you're one of those people who buys something, uses it for a long, long time and then just gets it back under the wire, come on. I know you're scamming.
Yeah. There's YouTubers that do the same thing with Best Buy. Matter of fact, I think they've been blacklisted on Best Buy even.
Oh, really?
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Go out and test drive a new camera or a new computer. Return it in that 30 days or whatever.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like their own rent-a-center.
Yeah, those are the kind of people right there that drive the prices up for the rest of us. That'd be awesome, EJM.
I've heard that Monday Mulligan says this about the Rigid LSA, that sometimes it could take a while to get the stuff back. I've heard that before. I've heard a lot of people say, hey, I have no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've heard other people say, oh, it takes a while. I think it probably depends on your individual location and the tool itself.
Yeah.
I
think that's kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those deals. It might be where you live at in the country. There might be more than one repair center or whatever. Some kind of center where they go through and analyze whether or not they want to repair it or rebuild it or replace it,
Right. Well, I had this happen recently where I bought, so my 12-volt stuff's Milwaukee, and I've got, I don't know, 5 or 6 of those tools. They're all good. But I bought something on Facebook Marketplace, a month ago, and he wants to know what you're drinking. Are you drinking apple pie?
Apple pie.
Yeah. Anyway, it came with a couple of batteries. Well, one of them was dead, and I started looking at how to look up the battery code, because those batteries from Milwaukee, they have either a 2 or a 3-year warranty, depending on what battery it is.
Yeah.
Well, I have a Milwaukee repair center here in Seattle. I drive down in that area all the time. And I thought, oh, I could, drop it off. Well, I got looking at it, and I thought, oh, man, that thing's like 2 years out of warranty.
Mm-hmm.
So, there again, what the rules are. Whether or not it qualifies. You could go in there and try to talk them into it, but probably not going to work.
Yeah.
Apple pie moonshine.
Yep.
Yeah, Maria wants to know what it is.
That's
Knox has a video on that, actually.
one of my very first videos.
Yeah.
Kid's getting ready to go away to college. He needs to know how to cook. So one of the first things I did was how to make apple pie.
Oh, return. Oh, yeah.
I have
You can
given
do
that to Juan before, yeah.
Juan's pointing that out about like written specialty tools. Like if you need a puller or a torque wrench or any number of things, AutoZone, O'Reilly, Advanced does that. I don't know if Napa does that or not.
I think Napa has a rent a tool.
Yeah, you put a deposit down on it, and they let you rent it for X number of days, and then you return it back, and you get your deposit back. So it's a free rental. You just have to leave a refundable deposit.
Yep. Like slide hammers and stuff like that.
Speaking of which, slide hammers, huh?
Yeah, I got a few of them.
Yeah, maybe you should put one of those in the document mailer. You know?
Yeah. Well, can you see?
Don't even do it. No, don't.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No.
Right here.
What?
Those are pieces.
Oh, how dare you!
Pieces to another. Yeah, I got pullers out my ass.
Oh my! So unfair. Here I am with no slide hammers.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna have to wait till I get a slide hammer to do my toolbox tour.
Yeah. Well.
Sorry, Topper.
That'll be a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're waiting on a deal, because the last deal I found on those was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I know, and you kept it all to yourself. You waited till the day after the deal went away. Oh, hey, I got this for $14. This is such a great deal. I'm like, dude, I've been telling you for a year I'm trying to get a slide hammer on a deal, and you wait till one day after the sale ends to send me up a smoke signal. How dare you? What's up, Sick?
What's up, Sick? I told you, if you'd been on that Facebook group, you would have got a notification.
Yeah, you know what? We talked. That's the thing. Like, we talked multiple times while that was on sale. And you just couldn't let it slip.
Yeah, you got to remind me.
Yeah, I got to remind you about the deal I don't know about.
Your want list is so, it's fucking huge.
No, it's not. It's minuscule. There's very few things I'm missing. A slide hammer is one of them. How dare you?
I've got a few.
Yeah, it was on Struggleville's YouTube channel. Well, you know, there's another person who keeps stuff to himself. I would have gone over there and found it on his channel. The problem is every time I click on one of those videos of his, I get seasick.
Mm-hmm.
That man came down with the Parkinson's of the camera hand.
Oh, he does the follow him around. Over here, right?
There it is. There it is. Is that an earthquake in the middle of Kansas?
Yeah. Well, they're fracking in Oklahoma.
Yeah, fracking. That's what it is.
Yeah,
they destabilize the soil around Strugglesville.
Yeah. That's what it is. Struggleville lives too close to those earthquake-prone zones.
Yeah. Maria's asking about where you caused user damage, user error, and do it on a lifetime warranty. Yeah.
Every time
I warranted stuff
and user damage.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I've never actually bought any junk tools. It was always my fault.
Yeah. It was always the tool using the tool that screwed it up. That's one of those things where I like to go back and argue that if the warranty is with the original purchaser, if I was a chrome slinger, a tool delivery boy for one of the big companies,
okay,
I wouldn't sell tools to anybody because y'all are too hard on my shit. I wouldn't. No, I'm not warrantying that person to not screw up my tool I just got through selling you.
Yeah.
That's why I claim the warranty is with the tool. It can't be with the person because, come on, some of us are superhuman when it comes to breaking shit. Like it doesn't. My dad, he can break anything.
He can look at something and it'll break.
You give him a half an hour with something that's unbreakable, it's fucking pieces.
And what's that he says every time afterward?
I don't know how the hell that happened. It wasn't my fault.
That couldn't have been me.
Yeah, that wasn't me. Your brother must have been out here using something. Yeah. He doesn't know how to turn a wrench. That wasn't him. It wasn't him.
Man never broke anything in his life.
Yeah, no. I've never gone down there multiple times a week to just fix the shit that he's been working on. I've started doing that lately. So, what are you working on this week? And he'll tell me. And then when he calls me and says, hey, you want to come down here and work on this? And I get down there and shit's half torn apart and busted up. I go, oh, that's why I asked you what you were working on this week. I know exactly who broke it. It was you. No, it wasn't me. Coyotes come in. They grab this shit and just pour it apart. Yeah, scared Mom half to death. Woke her up in the middle of the night.
Must have been the wind that broke that 3/4 breaker bar.
Yeah. It was the Keebler elves. One of their machines broke down out there in the tree in the holler, and they were trying to fix it. And damn Keebler jumped up on top of your 3/4 ratchet, broke it all to shit. Yeah.
Well, Maria, what kind of tools do you use at work? Just out of curiosity. You guys haven't hit the like button. Please hit the like button. And check out the link in the description to 20% off the best underwear ever.
For boys.
Valentine's Day is coming.
Boys. Yeah.
Oh, I can't click the link. I'd overload my Chromebook. Yoda Doug's email me that. I'm interested in seeing.
BOO. I can't read the rest of it.
Ooh, maybe he's saying, maybe that's what Yoda thinks of the stream.
Ooh, it's a Ooh, 6-pounder. That's a nice one. I like that.
I want one of them 10-pound slide hammers.
No, it was a sledgehammer, not a slide hammer.
10-pound?
6-pound sledge.
Oh, a sledge.
16 inches though.
It's a mini sledge. Oh, yeah, it's one of those Thors.
Yeah. You could have used that on that Cadillac.
You build it, we destroy it's got the idea. Always wrap the handle of your ratchet in shop rags before you put the pipe over it.
Yep, that's so they can't tell because of the scratches you just got through putting in the chrome from that pipe slot.
Yeah.
Yep. We always did that, but we used electrical tape. My brother's a linesman, so he's got all kinds of different colors of electrical tape. Wrap the shit out of that handle in electrical tape. That vinyl stuff. It'll actually help hold that pipe on there.
Juan says he's undecided as to whether or not he likes the stream. Yeah, you and me both, Juan. Oh.
Really, I don't know how long this has gone, but I guess if we got questions from the chat, we can answer those. But those are basically your two different kinds of warranty people. I didn't buy it, so I can't warranty it. And the warranty's with the tool, so I'm going to warranty it.
Yeah, I guess if there's some, my take is the only way I would deviate is if there's some value. Like I've got some stuff that I bought used that I think just looks cool. The chrome shot or whatever. And it's still usable, but even though that stuff like, Proto and SK and all that's got lifetime warranty, I'm not going to try to trade that in, especially if you got it at a dirt cheap price.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in warranty in that.
I have this snap-on ratchet here, and I'm not interested in getting rid of it whatsoever.
Yeah.
It is a collector's piece, and there will be a video on this because, I think it might be the only one in existence.
Hey, EJM, those hyper tough tools, some of them are lifetime warranty. Those pry bars they have that are hyper tough.
Made by Wildy?
Yeah, they're made by Wildy. They're USA made tools, pry bars at Walmart.
Yep.
You never would have thought you would have found a USA made tool at Walmart.
Channel locks made it or sold at Walmart.
Yep, that too.
Channel lock. Some of the hyper tough stuff, pry bars.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a big Walmart in a long time because our Walmart's kind of the little cozy marketplace thing. They don't have a whole lot of tools in there, but I think a big Walmart might have even more stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Maria, I get what Maria's saying. She's saying that the tools she is involved with, user error negates the warranty.
Warranty, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I've had stuff that I had one thing I found out in the road, and I took it back to Lowe's because it was a Cobalt. Lifetime no hassle. Hey, lifetime no hassle is lifetime no hassle. I warrantied out that 16-inch, or 12-inch screwdriver, and they didn't think twice. They just gave me a brand new one. Oh, here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's one of those things with Snap-on. If you're really good with your dealer, or any tool truck, really, if you're in really good with your dealer, and they know when your chrome socket's been on an impact, because they can just look and tell. Anybody can just look and tell.
Sure.
If they value your money and you spend it with them, they'll go ahead and warranty it, even though you abused it or misused it. They'll go ahead and pony up the dough, give you your replacement, have you back doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Juan said it. Real men don't follow directions. That's true.
That's right. They also don't ask for directions.
Yep, that's right.
I'll find it.
I'm telling you, you keep driving around long enough, eventually you'll get to where you're going.
Right. Enough left-hand turns, you'll get there.
Yeah. Snow plowed a parking lot last night. Did you blast any snow over those kids riding their bikes around at 2 a.m?
Oh God, that would be awesome.
Oh, that would. I'd like to see a video on that.
Yeah.
Anybody have experience with Capri? Come on, Monday, you trolling or what?
As far as the warranty, I've never had to warranty any of the Capri stuff yet.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Like half of the stuff I have of theirs, they sent to me for free. The other half I bought.
Yeah.
Their stuff, depending on what it is very comparable to Carlisle or Blue Point. Any of the made in Taiwan, like it's top notch. It's
Cornwell, Matco, those guys do that stuff. Blue Point. Mac, let's see, it's Blackhawk, I think, is their more economy brand.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as that stuff.
Yeah.
The exact same.
Yeah, Monday, I got a lot of videos on Capri stuff, both stuff that they've sent me to review and stuff that I bought myself. I have been... The more of their stuff I bought, the more I expected from it. They have never failed to exceed my expectations.
Right.
Like every time I get something from them, it's turned out better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So I think very highly of them, but I know they are a newer company, but you got to start somewhere. And I think they've started off pretty well.
That's one of the reasons why a lot of people have questions about Capri is they are new.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about what, 2 years old, 3 years old, maybe?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're
older than that. I don't want to say that they're over 10 years old, but it's been kind of a slow build for them.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't think they were that old.
Yeah.
It's just been that long. I've only seen them out the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I mean they've steadily branched out their product line, but like their quality is really, really good. They don't scrimp. Like I have the review. I was surprised that the machining on their sockets was that much better than the gear inch machining, because I thought for what it is, the gear inch stuff, I think it's pretty nice. And like the Capri, the machining on it is just, oh man. Even the person I sent a set to, Knox knows this, how resistant he was, and he had to admit after he unboxed it, like he used it the first time, he goes, I gotta say, it's actually pretty good. And it'll just get better and better and better. There, Capri commercial over.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yoda Doug, they have Mark Fox just put up a video today on some stuff that he got, They have that screwdriver set, the blue in the 8-piece Carlisle set that I have, but except in blue and gold, for $21.99. That is, hey, thanks, Monday.
It's a real deal.
Yeah, I bought my set when I got the high vis set for $39.99, and that's a good sale price for that set. That's a good set of screwdrivers, those Carlisles. Very, very good. And for me, they're perfect. Like, I got big tri-lobe handles, I got big hands. It's perfect. It's a match made in heaven. Now, they have the orange high vis and the green high vis for $59.99, which is not a good sale price. But that blue and gold set, $21.99, like, that's a great deal. Great deal.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yoda saw that. That's one of the things. Watch Mark Fox's video, because he shows a couple ratchets he got. He got that bent handle 3/8 flex head. I think those are on for like $27.99. They got the 25-inch long 48 tooth half-inch drive ratchet for I want to say like $40. I mean, they have the sets of the wire strippers on for the 3-piece set for what, $40.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of stuff going on. Really good. Juan, what did you get from them? Did you get that 3/8 set? I was trying to blast that out to everybody I could think of. They were selling that for $35.99. What a steal.
Yeah, I threw it up on Facebook. I threw it up as a community post. I threw it up anywhere I could. Well, not really. I don't think I threw it up on Instagram. I should have. That would have been a good place.
Yeah. Capri does, I think they do need more pliers, but what they've got are, I think almost all those pliers are out of Japan, aren't they, Knox?
Yeah, the clinge.
Yeah, they got those. They got the...
Those are all Japanese.
Yeah, Mike did a video on the linemans a while back. Like, those are clean.
Yeah, Japan makes some really nice stuff. I mean, everywhere in Japan now makes really nice stuff. I would...
Maria wants to know off-topic question. This isn't going to be a surprise to Maria, given what she puts up on her Instagram and what I like every time. What takes you away from tools? Fishing, bar, hunting. What takes me away from tools is eating.
I like to eat.
I like to eat, man. I like to go to restaurants. I don't know. If I'm watching, I love watching MMA. I love talking to people about MMA.
Yeah.
I mean,
real sport.
I like to go shooting, stuff like that.
I like shooting.
Yeah, I haven't hunted in years. I mean, a lot of my family hunts. I haven't been where they go for years. I don't fish. Not against it. I just don't do it. Yeah, you build it. Carlisle is only through Napa. That's a Napa brand.
They took over. Carlisle took over the Napa professionals.
Yeah.
Tools.
No, look at one. I take my tools fishing into the bar. That's a real man right there.
What's up, Dan?
Juan, dude, that 3/8 set, like that price, I thought they were closing those out because I kind of had an inkling that they were going to close out that set and then they were going to bring back a newer set with the flatter ratchets. That's not the case. They jumped him back up to 119 again, and I think it's not a bad deal at that. Quite honestly, I'm not saying it's the best deal out there, but like for the quality,
the quality spot on for 120.
Oh man, the quality spot on for way more than that.
Point sets.
Yeah, compare that to a Blue Point or a Carlisle set.
You're spending another couple hundred on top of that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's well worth it when you take into consideration quality of the tools you're getting.
Yeah. Well, sweet. Autobahn Dan, what's up?
What's up, Dan?
Yeah, Maria, oh man, Maria's Instagram, you guys. The videos too, but the Instagram, Maria's cooking some good food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I like to go back and look through and figure out what I want. to eat whenever I can't decide
Yep.
what I'm going to eat.
Yep. It's like, what am I in the mood for? Well, let's see what Maria's made recently. You
What
start
Maria has,
scrolling through peaks.
because that's going to look good.
Yeah. Yoda Doug, that's the same thing the person I gave that set to said that, oh, wow, you know, I really like this T-handle. That's a good idea. Well, and then Knox has pointed out, and I tried to point it out in my video, the fact that the drive piece on there is a half-inch to 3/8
Yep.
adapter, too. Like, I don't think they're the first people to do that. Maybe they are, but you know, I've kind of become aware of some other sets out there that are kind of like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I'd never seen that before. That is the most useful thing. And the thing the person said to me was, look, if you don't have any wrenches with you, you can just use that as the other end. You know, if you need to tighten a bolt and hold the other end of a bolt, just put a socket, as long as it'll fit. Put a socket on the T handle, then put the other socket
Yeah.
on the ratchet. You're good to go. Like you know, a lot of situations you won't even need a wrench.
It's like having a breaker bar in the set, too.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't taste at all like McDonald's apple pie.
Yeah.
It tastes like real apple pie. It's got that hint of cinnamon in there. Good apple pie.
Yeah. Just to kind of get back to the main theme, I think a lot of the reason that, like, channel lock, I told you this earlier, channel lock on like the pliers,
Mm-hmm.
they'll stay really vague about their warranty. It's because they want to under promise and over deliver. Like when I saw Sparky Channel's video about that, I
Yeah.
didn't know that would be a lifetime warranty thing. I think that I would have thought they would have called that a wear item,
Right.
but you know, they over delivered for him. I think a
Well, that's
lot of companies are very hesitant to put a policy, a stated lifetime no hassle policy out there because they're afraid that people are going to take advantage of it. And if you
yeah.
like a newer company, they think, wow, that could really end up costing us money because you put that out there, you know as well as I do, there are people who are just going to scam and you know, they don't want the liability.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take it back from food one. I just wanted to say that while I said it. We can go back to talk about food. I'm okay with that.
What'd you eat tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
I had a pound of beef brisket from Trader Joe's.
Whoa.
Oh, so good.
Is
Had
that
its
that
own bar.
microwavable stuff?
Huh?
Is that microwavable stuff comes already cooked? You just got to nuke it.
Yeah, it's good though for what it is. Like it
That's
had
all
a
food.
Kansas City style barbecue sauce on it. That's the thing. Like it's there's nothing they sell there that's bad at Trader Joe's. Like you are missing out. You are a poor deprived person.
Microwavable brisket is bad. I don't care where it's from.
Well,
That's not real.
you know, beggars can't be choosers. I got actually over in my my mini fridge on top of my toolbox. I got one of those top sirloin roasts from Trader Joe's in there. 1 pound of that.
That might not be bad. You have to put it in the slow cooker.
No, it's already cooked too. I microwaved that
Oh
for
my,
5 minutes.
that's gotta be fucking horrible. What the hell?
I actually had some of that the other day, and I overheated it. It's the first time I've done that. I've been getting that stuff for the last couple of weeks, and I overheated it by probably about 90 seconds because I used a different microwave,
Mm-hmm.
and I had it dialed in on the other microwave, but on this one, it overdid it.
Yeah.
It was still good. It just wasn't as good as it has been in the past.
We had spaghetti squash with meatballs. Did you ever have spaghetti squash?
No.
It's like spaghetti, but it's not spaghetti.
Huh. I thought you had pescatarios.
I ate spaghettios, yeah.
Now, how do you heat those? How do you prepare those? How do you prepare the pescatarios?
You know what I
Huh?
ate for cereal? Count Dracula.
I didn't hear what you said.
It was the Count Dracula.
Count Dracula pescatarios?
No. The kid cereal.
I thought it was Count Chocula.
Yeah, Count Chocula.
You said Count Dracula.
Well, that's what it is. It's Count Dracula.
That apple pie is kicking in, boy.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh man, Pesquedios. I was
Mm-hmm.
talking to Knox earlier this week, and he was heating up some Pesquedios. I told him at least get the raviolis with the filling.
That's microwavable food right there. Pesquedios. Brisket is not a microwavable food.
I'm telling you, like,
unless it's leftover,
you'd be surprised.
You don't microwave brisket.
When I come out there, I'm taking you to Arthur Bryan's.
Yeah. Well, Arthur Bryan's has good barbecue.
Yeah.
Really good barbecue.
Yeah. I've heard from people who went there before, and I'm looking forward.
Ace is really damn good too.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we're not limited to one place. You know what I mean?
Stacks. Then we
These pockets are deep.
Jack Stacks. Then we have Joe's. Don't use a credit card at Joe's. Use cash. Guy's been caught a couple of times running extra money on their credit cards. You always use cash at Joe's, but it's some of the best damn barbecue out there. I mean, good shit. In fact, he might be in jail, so you might be able to use it.
Is he the guy saying, I'm not asking anybody for money, but operators are standing by?
Yeah.
Should get that guy to go there. That'd be funny. Oh, you build it says it's microwavable if it's leftover brisket.
Yeah, it is microwavable.
Thing is with me, there's never going to be any leftover brisket. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you should have had to cook that your damn self.
Yeah.
20 hours in a fucking smoker before you ate it.
Oh.
You're putting it in there for 5 minutes in a microwave. That's not the same thing.
Can you? There's got to be a way to do brisket in a slow cooker, probably, right?
Oh yeah.
I know you can do pork butt in there. You ought to be able to do brisket.
Yeah, you do brisket in the slow cooker too.
Yeah.
All the time.
Oh man, I had a buddy. He still makes brisket, but he'd do it in his smoker for 30 hours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, it's so good. Nice dry rub on there. That's the thing. Like brisket, you shouldn't need to put barbecue sauce on it in order for it to be good. It's like any other barbecue sauce or barbecue item. If you want to sauce it, that's fine. But it ought to be able to be really, really good without that.
Well, most of the time, whenever you barbecue, you're just putting that on the outside edge. You're not slathering it. If you want to slather it, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's kind of those burn ends. That's how they get that nice barbecue flavor. Slap that barbecue on there. Last couple hours, you're cooking it.
Maria's saying Leprechaun TV makes good brisket.
Yeah. I like old Lep.
Oh, that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that, actually.
Yeah, Lep's good cat.
Yeah. Made nachos. That's the thing. They wanted pizza. They got nachos. I'd say they won out.
And see, the only thing I would add to her nachos might be some beans and some jalapenos.
Yeah.
Other than that, those are perfect nachos. Matter of fact, I've eaten nachos just like that before.
That's funny. He says brisket, you cook it till it's done, then cook it another day until it's tender. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yoda duck, dude, like it's like getting prime rib. If a place has decent prime rib, you can go there, and if you get the end cut, it's like heaven. It's like, okay, take me now. I could die a happy man.
Let's see if I can remember the recipe for Maria on this apple pie. It's a gallon of apple juice, a gallon of apple cider, all the sticks in the cinnamon stick thing that you buy. So it's like, 8, 10, 12 sticks of cinnamon. And then 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar. You cook all that down to about a gallon. Then you add about a gallon of moonshine to it. You can use like 151 vodka, or maybe even some rum, 151 rum. I've heard of people using Everclear, you know, since they can't get moonshine. And that's basically that. But you want to put the alcohol in after you've condensed all that down, cook it all down to where it's about a gallon and a half, and then let it cool until it's, you know, 150 degrees or less before you dump the alcohol in. Because if you dump it in whenever that concoction is above 178 degrees, your alcohol will actually boil off. So that's a bad deal.
You ought to put that in there about that. Yes, I have been to Claim Jumper, but you said that about the Rochester root beer. I will check that out. I've never had that brand, and I love root beer. There's a place up here in Mukilteo called Orca Bottling Company, and they have purchased a bunch of dead recipes for pop. They have, like, I don't know, over 100 different kinds of pop, like Lemmy's Lemonade, Bulldog Root Beer, Wyatt Earp Sarsaparilla, like all these old school Dad's Root Beer.
Yeah.
Fantastic. They have it here at, you know, Albertsons, QFCs, Fred Meyer's. I don't know if they go down there that far, Doug, but that place, check out any of their stuff. Somebody asked. Yes, I've been to Claim Jumper. When I lived in Denver, that was the first time I ever went to a Claim Jumper, and I absolutely love that place.
Later Basic, yeah.
And I know they have the one in Clackamas. After they opened that, I was there on the regular. They actually have one up north of me here. I don't go to it that often, but I love Claim Jumper.
We have one of those down here. It's Mass Street Soda.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what it is, 200, 300 different kinds of pop.
Yeah.
Just everywhere. Whatever you want, you know, whatever your side of the country you come from, they've got your pop. You know, they got Faygo and whatever else, all kinds of different stuff.
Yep.
They've got ginger pop, which I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know
that actually can soothe your stomach, too.
I didn't know gingers were only allowed to drink certain pop. I thought they could drink everything. But
well, it's because they don't have souls.
Yeah, apparently that's where they get their soul, ginger pop.
Yeah. Frosty's root beer. Hey, I got your text. I'll pick my nose whenever I want to, okay? Live stream or no. Can't stop the train from moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, better than Junkie. He didn't pick his nose, and he had a booger the whole time he shot that video. Ridiculous.
Now, which video was that? I don't know. I don't subscribe to the channel.
I don't know. It was one he wanted me to watch and see if he did everything right, and I told him he didn't. He's picking his nose, and he still put it. Well, I don't know which one that was.
He just had a dead star worked its way up in there.
Yeah. It was one of those things. You could see it flipping out every time he was breathing. It'd like play peekaboo.
Yeah. They're talking about birch beer. They've got this, oh man, it's in the odd size bottles. Oh man, it's some like Norwegian root beer style. It's got the weird pop top to it with like the loop, and you got to go all the way around it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember the name of it, but it's like in these short 12-ounce bottles. It's good stuff. They ain't cheap, though. They want like $4 for one. See you, EJM.
Well, I think that's probably going to be about it. It's getting late.
Yeah, sure.
It's 12:30 here. I know it's past your bedtime there.
Oh, way past.
Yeah. All right, fellas, lady. It was nice seeing you. Thanks for stopping by.
Have fun, everyone.
Give you all a good night, and we'll catch you later.